Jungkook and Charlie Puth seen in the same room. Will Charlie perform at Jin's concert in London? Fans, get ready to be shocked. In an incident that almost escaped public detection, Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, was caught on camera inside a closed room with renowned American musician Charlie Puth. This fact not only sparked major speculation about a new music collaboration, but also ignited an even more astounding suspicion. Could Charlie Puth be a surprise guest at Jin's solo concert at the O2 Arena, London? This event became a highlight after several fans noticed suspicious patterns in both artists' social media activity. One verified post showed the interior of a recording studio with a vibe identical to the room previously used by Charlie Puth for mixing and mastering sessions. Not long after, a photo showing the silhouettes of two figures strongly resembling Jungkook and Charlie circulated, causing a global frenzy among ARMYs. The question now: if the two are indeed engaged in a creative process together, will that collaboration be unveiled live at Jin's concert? Moreover, the concert, scheduled at one of the UK's most prestigious venues, has been promoted from the start with a narrative of a special surprise for fans. Several music industry analysts consider this meeting not a coincidence. Given the previous collaboration between Jungkook and Charlie Puth through the song Left and Right, speculation that the two are preparing a new duet performance becomes highly rational. Furthermore, Charlie's appearance in London during the same week as Jin's concert strengthens the theory that the American pop star's involvement is more than a casual visit. Fans are now filled with mounting anticipation. Will Jin's performance become an emotional convergence between a BTS member's solo work and an international star like Charlie Puth? And more surprisingly, why was Jungkook, rather than Jin, the one seen with Charlie ahead of the concert? Is this an indication that Jungkook is arranging a personal surprise for his Hyung on stage at the O2? This situation also opens the door to questions about the scale of Jin's concert itself. In recent weeks, the agency has yet to release a list of special guests or supporting artists. However, many believe that this lack of disclosure is intentional, part of a major surprise strategy to be revealed during the concert. Against this backdrop, Charlie Puth's name as part of the concert becomes increasingly plausible. Moreover, the personal relationship between Jin, Jungkook, and Charlie Puth has also drawn attention. Charlie has expressed admiration for Jin's vocals on various occasions, while Jungkook is known to have had direct communication with the musician for years. So if the surprise really happens, it would mark a new chapter in cross-continental collaborations spearheaded by BTS. Speculation grew wilder after a sound technician working at the studio where the meeting occurred uploaded a story with an ambiguous caption reading, "Big things happening. Can't wait for London." Although the post was quickly deleted, its digital traces had already spread across platform X and TikTok, prompting fans to flood the comments with questions. Is this about Jin's concert? Will Charlie Puth take the stage with Jungkook? It's worth noting that Jin's concert not only marks the member's return after completing his military service, but also symbolizes BTS's unity and strength as an artistic entity, even amid a collective hiatus. In this context, Charlie Puth's presence on stage is not merely entertainment, but a global statement that BTS's collaborations with international artists continue in many forms, including solo concert stages. As of this writing, there has been no official confirmation from HYB or Charlie Puth's representatives. However, the agency's silence only adds to the tension in the air as the concert day approaches. Fans speculate that this surprise is deliberately being kept under wraps to maximize emotional impact during the performance. Some insider sources have even mentioned that secret rehearsals are being held at a location separate from the main concert arena, with heightened security measures in place. This further reinforces the suspicion that Jin's concert will feature highly unexpected elements, something even the most vigilant fans couldn't predict. Given all the clues, it's hard to ignore the possibility that Charlie Puth will appear as a guest star at Jin's concert. The important question now is, will this appearance include a new song collaboration with Jungkook? Or will they once again perform Left and Right in a special version to honor Jin's comeback moment? Whatever the answer, fans are now on the brink of emotional explosion. If Charlie Puth truly takes the stage with Jungkook at Jin's concert at the O2 Arena, it would become one of the most surprising moments in BTS solo performance history. The world would witness how the lines between Korean and Western music continue to blur, driven by friendship, respect, and the power of cross-cultural music. And ultimately, the big question is, are you ready to be surprised? Amid the frenzy of speculation about the possible appearance of Charlie Puth at BTS Jin's solo concert at the O2 Arena, the public now faces a major dilemma. Are all these signs strong indications of a grand surprise about to be revealed? Or are they a narrative construction deliberately shaped to create viral effect online? The fact that Jungkook was seen with Charlie in one room does stir the imagination, but is that enough to conclude that Charlie's involvement in Jin's concert is a certainty? It must be emphasized that until now there has been no official confirmation from the agencies, neither from HYB nor Charlie Puth's management. All circulating information stems from unverified visual observations, ambiguous social media posts, and assumptions from highly dynamic online communities. Shouldn't this be a warning for all of us to avoid falling into the trap of premature interpretation? Thus, the fundamental question is, are we truly witnessing a real event, or are we being deceived by an illusion constructed by social media and viral algorithms? Is it possible that this entire narrative is part of a covert marketing strategy, deliberately designed to build massive public expectation? This incident brings us to a much more serious reflection on how information is consumed and disseminated in the digital age. Can we still distinguish between facts and speculation? Are blurry visuals from amateur cameras and TikTok clips sufficient to base belief on? Just by seeing two figures in a dark room, can we conclude an international collaboration will occur on a prestigious stage in London? We must acknowledge that the modern entertainment industry is no longer just about artistic works, but also about how to strategically manage public expectation. Information circulated on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter often doesn't stand on solid factual ground, but rather on fragments of narratives created by users, fan sites, or even media systems with hidden commercial interests. If a major surprise is indeed being planned, do we as information consumers still have control to assess reality objectively? Or have we become part of an expectation cycle crafted by the industry to maintain artist relevance, spark discussions, and attract global media attention? In this context, skepticism is not a form of distrust, but an essential tool to preserve reason. Not all viral information is true, and not all emotionally stirring narratives should be believed without verification. Therefore, we invite all of you to approach this issue with a more reflective and critical mindset. Did Jungkook and Charlie truly meet in a professional capacity? Is the meeting directly related to Jin's concert, or merely a coincidence? We also invite you to ask deeper questions. Why did this information emerge right before Jin's concert? Who benefits from the surge of enthusiasm sparked by this speculation? If we're being honest, it's undeniable that such theories often serve as the main fuel for the online media ecosystem, which in many cases prioritizes user engagement over information accuracy. There is nothing wrong with hoping for a big surprise at the O2 stage, but it's important to remember that hoping and believing are two different things. Is your belief in this narrative based on concrete evidence, or merely on a personal desire for a grand moment to actually happen? We invite you to consider the possibility that all of this may be a fabrication created to shape public opinion, test market reactions, or even gauge the appeal of Jungkook and Charlie in the global music landscape. If so, aren't we part of a social experiment conducted subtly yet massively? In this matter, it is crucial for all of us, especially BTS fans, not to lose our critical thinking in the midst of euphoria. Let's not allow our love for idols to make us vulnerable to information manipulation. Because if we fail to distinguish fact from speculation, we become passive consumers of narratives that do not always hold truth. Therefore, we wish to conclude this article with a set of questions worthy of your reflection. Are you truly convinced that Charlie Puth will attend Jin's concert, or do you merely want it to happen? Have you ever considered that the photos and videos circulating might be staged or manipulated? Who created this narrative, and who stands to gain the most? Can you accept the possibility that there is no surprise at all, and all of this is just part of a public expectation game? Once again, we must stress that the information in this article comes from various social media channels including TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, as well as public interpretations of an unconfirmed phenomenon. Thank you.